AI agents have become one of the hottest trends in crypto over the past few months. Imagine an AI robot that can intelligently make decisions that you can equip with a crypto wallet that can actually make money for you. Well, that's a reality in blockchain right now. And just recently, I just discovered a newly released crypto AI agent that's absolutely printing money. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is and how you can use it before the rest of the world catches on. I'm gonna explain everything in this video today as a blockchain developer myself who works this technology on a daily basis. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something you're interested in, then smash that like button down below and subscribe. All right, so let's get into this. Let's talk about this AI agent that's making insane money right now on the blockchain. So what is it? Well, it's Billy Bets, which is a hot new sports betting AI that has an insane hit rate on making profitable sports bets. This AI agent was launched by the founding team to test out just a few weeks ago, where they gave Billy $50 to trade, and he quickly turned that into a whopping $650. That's a whopping 13x return. And as soon as they validated this idea, they increased Billy's bankroll to $100,000 and instantly started making a profit, as well as burning its own token, the Billy token, to increase its value for its holders. And so I'm going to break down exactly how this works and how you can utilize Billy's crystal ball. But really quickly, if you want to see how to launch your own crypto AI agent, then make sure you hold your spot for my up-and-coming AI Agent Masterclass this Thursday, March 20th. Inside, I'm going to show you how to launch your own crypto AI agent and equip it with a crypto wallet so that it can do things for you on chain. So trust me, you don't want to miss this. Hold your spot with the link down below. All right, so let's get back to the video. Let's talk about how Billy works. So first of all, the use case. So Billy is an AI agent that focuses exclusively on sports betting. All right, so this is different because this is one of the first examples of this that I've seen online, because most people who are building crypto AI agents, they're usually around DeFi or about trying to create agents that are, launching meme coins or speculating on new tokens or trying to trade crypto in some way. But this is totally different, okay? So how does Billy actually make its sports bets? Well, it utilizes Polymarket. All right, so if you're not familiar with Polymarket, it is a predictions market that runs on the blockchain. It rose to fame during the most recent presidential election, okay? Because, the blockchain was predicting the accurate outcome of the presidential election, where a lot of other media outlets, big pollsters were saying something completely different, okay? Polymarket got really famous. It was, featured in major publications, right? Not just crypto circles. Now, ever since the election, a lot of the volume has dropped off for Polymarket because that was its biggest use case was, political outcomes. But they quickly have, shifted towards focusing on sports betting because that's really an evergreen thing that people have demand for all the time. And you can do it, in a non-custodial way in the blockchain. You don't have to KYC, you don't have to register your bank account, all that type of stuff. And so because Billy is an AI agent that is crypto-based, it runs on the blockchain, it's able to tap into Polymarket and actually use the application directly on blockchain and, place bets in the sports book that's here running on Polymarket on chain. So what Billy does is he is currently focusing on the NBA games that are listed on Polymarket, okay? And he places bets on the different markets that are listed here. Sometimes he's doing things like arbitrage strategies. And what really is setting Billy apart from everything else and what's making him so good at generating profit is that he's actually doing this in a completely calculated, non-emotional way, which is what most crypto investors don't do. So basically, anytime Billy starts making money, he starts taking profits. And he does this in a very emotionless, calculated factor and just ladders out of his trades whenever he starts to make money. He often leaves money on the table, but at least he's still making money. And that's what caused him to be so profitable from day one. So how does Billy work underneath the hood? Well, Billy is powered by Virtuals protocol, which is a protocol for creating AI agents on the Base and Solana blockchains, okay? So that's sort of the framework for how this is generated in the first place. But how does Billy actually start making decisions? Well, just like with all AIs, they have to be trained in some way. They have to be consuming data that allows them to, formulate the types of decisions that it's going to make, and then it actually has to make the decisions. So Billy's data feed comes from Sports Tensor, which is a decentralized network for, feeding sports betting information. Now, anybody can basically use Sports Tensor, and what it's going to do is essentially suggest, different positions in the sports betting markets. But what sets Billy apart is that it's not just systematically ingesting all the data from Sports Tensor and just doing exactly what it says, okay? It's actually seeing different options that are created, and it's learning from all of its experience and even other sports bettors out there and saying like, okay, here's the options on the table, but based upon my own intelligence, here's the ones that I'm going to actually pick. And it rejects most of the stuff, but so far has a pretty accurate track record for picking winners. And that's what's caused it to return such a profit. So that's where the secret sauce comes into play. Billy essentially is able to get suggestions from these different types of sports betting platforms. It's able to actually learn from what other sports bettors are doing. It's looking at the book on Polymarket and those markets, and then it's making intelligent decisions on what it should do based upon all these different pieces of data. It acts and is making profit. And so, of course, on the other side of things, Billy is an agent. It's not just like a language model where you ask it what to do, it tells you the answer, and you have to manually do it. It's completely autonomous. So it has a crypto wallet on the back end where it's able to actually interact with Polymarket and, enter positions and exit positions based upon, what it decides from the data that it's given. And it systematically enters and exits these trades based upon that information. So how can you benefit from Billy's crystal ball? Well, one pretty cool thing is that right now you can actually interact with Billy on social media. So he has, an X account or a Twitter account, okay, where, he actually acts like a sports bettor. He has a pretty, authentic personality. But you can talk to Billy on socials and you can actually influence it on what you think the best outcome is and what it should do. Now, obviously, it's going to learn from what you're saying and make its own decision, but you can actually try to influence Billy online, which is pretty cool. But on top of that, Billy does have its own token. All right, this is the Billy Bets token, which of course you can buy, not financial advice. But how this token works is whenever Billy is making profits from its trade, it actually buys and burns its own token, okay, which can put positive price pressure on the token, which is a pretty interesting business model and a unique thing that these AIs are starting to do. Now, finally, the really cool thing about this is my understanding from the roadmap that I've heard from the team at Billy Bets is that in the future, you'll actually be able to trade along with Billy. So instead of just trying to influence Billy or hold its token, which could potentially increase in value if it's profitable, you could actually put skin in the game and, reap reward from Billy's decisions, assuming that it's still profitable at that time. Now, obviously, this is a huge deal because this is an AI agent that's just sitting there, printing money on the blockchain. But what are some other reasons that this is such a major deal that you may not immediately see, all right, if you see this? So number one is that this is an AI use case in crypto that actually has staying power, okay? Because they can get Billy to continue to train it, it can continue to make profit over time. That's a use case that has long-term potential, not just a flash in the pan like a lot of the other AI things we're seeing come out in crypto right now. Another reason it's a big deal is it's not necessarily a crypto-specific use case, okay? Lots of products that are coming out in crypto right now, like you have to understand how crypto works in order to use it. There's a huge learning curve. It gets absolutely crazy, okay? But this could be a consumer-facing application where you don't actually have to know that it's using blockchain behind the scenes in order to benefit from it. We need more stuff like that in the crypto space. And finally, if they're able to actually crack this model where, Billy buying and burning its own token, putting, positive price pressure on that, if it's able to continue to be profitable, could pave, the path for a model where we have tokens that actually have fundamental value. That's one of the biggest, criticisms of crypto is that a lot of these tokens are just totally speculative. When you're buying them, you're just hoping that the price is going to go up, basically. But if you had a token that actually had a reason to go up in value, that has some solid fundamental value, then we also need more stuff like that in crypto, and this is a pretty compelling model for that. All right, so that's an overview of Billy Bets, the autonomous AI agent that's printing money on the blockchain with sports betting, okay? So if you're as fascinated with this concept as I am, and you want to learn how to create your own AI agent, then listen up. Because I'm holding a brand new masterclass this Thursday on March 20th, where I'm going to show you how to create your own crypto AI agent step by step, equip it with your crypto wallet so that you can get it to trade and do the types of things I'm talking about in this video. So trust me, you don't want to miss this. Hold your spot with the link down below. All right, so that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you inside.